Hello everyone, it's Annette Fairydust Nails, and this is the promised video that I said it will come up soon. So we're going to start, and I'm going to do marbling and all kinds of little things today. And the one that I'm going to use, the color is NAC 754. It's Glow Purple from Planet Nails. Then I'm also going to use, it's NAC 617 Neon Yellow from Planet Nails. And then I'm going to use NAC 210 Neon Orange from Planet Nails. So let's get started. I mean, we had a lot of stuff going on. It's still lockdown level 4 here in South Africa. We're not getting too much. Still working from home, then doing nails in the evenings. But like I said before, I love it. So with no further ado, let's start off with a little finger where I think I'm going to do it as a plain purple nail. Remember that when you do the colored acrylic, you would have prepped your client's nails at this stage, and you would also have done all the necessary filing and shaping. For now, I'm just going to go in and do the purple. We're going to, of course, encapsulate in clear. Then we won't have a problem. So this has got to be thin, but make sure that your tip is completely covered with color. There we go, purple one done. So now I think we're gonna have a contrast of very bright orange. This is like a really in your face color, but I love it. Of course, it's still a little bit see-through, so you are going to put another bit of acrylic on there. Remember, we are going to encapsulate in clear, so not a problem with this. That is good enough. Okay, here we go to the nail that I want to show you how I'm going to do it. I am going to put a little bit of purple at the cuticle area, because once you start with your marbling, you don't know how to press it down and you don't want to like mess it all up. So what I do is I normally just do that as a background color. Very wet beads. We'll go in with a small one of orange, very wet bead of yellow, very wet bead of purple, very wet bead of yellow, very wet bead of a little bit of orange. So now what we do is I just drag it through like that. Maybe add a bit of yellow, purple on the orange side. Just work it through until you can see that the marbling is done properly. There we go. You don't want to smudge up your colors. Otherwise it's going to be a big mess of a lot of different colors and it becomes this browny, smudgy color. I normally make my point of my brush very sharp. Just go in there, drag it, twirl it, and that is it. You don't want the colors to mix. You just want them to swirl like into each other. I'm just gonna put a little bit of a blobby of a purple there because it's all wet, so that the shape looks a bit better. There we go. And then of course this one is going to be a yellow one. Always clean your brush. Make sure that there's nothing on the client's side walls. And just make sure that you've got enough to cover the nail. There we go. Then we'll decide what color we are going to do on the thumb, and we'll be right back. And so what we're going to do is, I think what I want to do is maybe put in a little swirl of a glitter on that nail. So I'm just checking to see. I wonder if it's going to be purple. Oh, I know which one I'm going to do. This is one of my own mixes. It's like a holographic with a little bit of everything in there. Okay, so tiny drop of clear on my brush. And maybe let's take that diamond out of there for now. There we can see the swirl nicely with a bit of glitter. You're going to see how nice it's going to look once we have done the whole nail and also done the encapsulation. Just a tiny little bit on the end so that we can just have some kind of uniformity on the nail. There we go. And then we're going to do this thumb also in purple. I'm just tilting the nail back so that gravity can work with me. And now, just for the fun of it, I'm going to try something that I've never done. It's still a bit wet, but let's see if we can do a nice fade with this neon colors. Oh yes, it's working. Just cleaning off the brush, taking a tiny bit of purple and working it this way so that, ooh, you see, that didn't work as well, but this is how we learn. Don't have it too wet. Clean off your sides, and then I'm going to take a very wet bead and just make sure that we fade it a little bit more. There we go. So the thumb is a faded nail. Now I'm going to encapsulate all of it in clear. So I'll just take the colors away. Pull closer my kit here. There we go. Okay, so I push out all the air that's in my brush, hardly take off the liquid, and a nice big bead. You wait for it to pulverize, and then you put it down, cuticle area, and then nail down, and you tease it down. There's a glitter in there, so we will take it out. Now's the time to make sure that your apex is right, that you've got a proper built apex, and you can go back with some acrylic and make sure that that is the way that you want your apex to be. There we go. Next one. I'm just bending down the nail for gravity to help me out here. There's a bubble, so pop it. And then, of course, just tease it down to the free edge of the nail, which is then, of course, this tip here. Please check your arch. Make sure that that is built up nicely. Nice wet bead. Put it down. Let gravity do its work for you both ways. Now, for this nice glitter nail, wet bead, very wet bead, big bead, wait for it, see it's become smooth, then I put it down, just let it run to the back a little bit, to the sides, then tilt it forward. I normally just brush with my brush, a little bit wet, so that we can help the acrylic to slide down on the nail. Of course, then make sure that your arch is right. Make sure that you clean off anything on your client's nails as soon as you see it. It does happen that you sometimes do have a bit of a blobby of acrylic sitting somewhere. It happens to all of us. Just making sure that the side is also nicely encapsulated. There we go. Done. Now the yellow nail. Pushing it down towards the cuticle and then, of course, down. Make sure that you've wet the nail underneath. I just find it's easier, otherwise you get these white spots on the nail because of acrylic that hasn't been wet enough. Make sure that your arch is right. I think I've said it so many times today. But that is one of the most important things that you need to do when you encapsulate. Just check that the strength of the nail is there, because you don't want your client to come back with a flat nail that's broken off within a week. Now, this is a big nail, so I'm just burping the brush, not taking any out of the liquid out. I'm just wetting the nail a little bit. Taking a lot of acrylic, big bead. Do you see that white? There we go. Now we're going to wait for it to now we tease it down to the tip of the nail. See that one spot that I was talking about? It was acrylic that wasn't wet. It was still like in a powdery form. There we go. We've taken it down right to the tip. Check from the side. Arch is not perfect. Another bead. Put it down. And if you want to do it in smaller beads, you do that. I'm just comfortable with a little bit of a bigger bead, and I work it until it's very smooth. So there we go. This is all done. So I'm just going to wait for it to dry, do the filing and the buffing off camera, and then we'll put on a top coat, and then we will show you what it looks like. There we go. And I've quickly buffed the nails, just taking off all the dust. There we go. So now I'm going to put on, I use UV top gel from Magnetic. And then we're going to bake it. Okay, so there we go. Top coat. This purple from Planet Nails, this glow purple, is actually a funny acrylic. It's like it's do all the shading. It's nearly like a marbling, but not as sharp edges as a marbling. But we'll see how it goes. Nice bright colors. Now for the magic to happen. This beautiful marble nail. Nice accent nail, because all the others are plain. There we go. As soon as you've messed on your client's cuticles, which happens, just clean it off immediately. And now I've added a little bit of glitter to this thumbnail as well. Just to have a bit of a extra bit of shine, because I'm a glitter freak. There we go. Now I'm going to bake it or cure it. I'll take a picture and I'll show you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and others are coming soon. Let's see, any ideas? Let me know. Cheers, bye.